Hello, 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 everyone. Blitzball Champs back here with a brand new video here on YouTube. So, I wanted to take some time to kind of give my review on NXT Takeover 30 that happened last night, which took place back at Full Sail University. Um, yeah, overall, I had very mixed feelings about this takeover. So I just wanted to take some time and just talk about it, give my thoughts on it. So I'll go ahead and start off with the pre-show match, which was a triple threat tag team match where the winners would become the number one contenders to the NXT tag team titles currently held by Imperium. The teams were um, Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wild of del Fantasma. You had Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, and you had Breezango. Um, overall, the match was okay, and of course the winners were Breezango. Once again, they have another tag team title shot, which they had one before by winning a number one contenders match of the similar variety, but wasn't able to defeat Imperium. Um, Honestly, once again, Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch takes a back seat, and I've for the longest time I've really wanted them to have a tag team title run, but it just seems like every time it's just always a big setback for them, and they end up losing the matches that count. But Breezango once again gets another chance at Imperium. So I don't know, maybe second time's the charm and they'll win the tag titles. Me personally, I doubt it, but I don't know. I really wanted Birch and Lorcan to win this, but once again, Breezango gets another crack at the tag titles. But overall, the match was all right. It wasn't really anything special, so it is what it is. All right, getting into um, the actual event, we started off with Finn Balor versus Timothy Thatcher. Um, it was a pretty good match. I can't say it was anything special, but just a battle of styles, between technical and high flyer. Um, Timothy Thatcher did a lot of submission work, and ultimately Finn Balor got the victory after hitting a coup de grace and then a 1916. So, like I said, pretty good match. Just nothing really special, nothing that I haven't seen. But this victory, apparently, it was announced that this is Finn Balor's 12th. That's right, 12th NXT Takeover victory. Which, hey, that's pretty that's pretty nice. But at the same time, you know, what's next for Finn Balor? Because yeah, it's cool that he's back on NXT, but at the same time, it's like, what are they really going to do with him? Is he mainly there to just help build up other talent? Because ever since he had the injury on the main roster after winning the Universal title, he just has not been booked well. Yes, he was Intercontinental Champion, but didn't have a good run. So I just hope he doesn't end up getting, the similar kind of treatment on NXT. But we'll see what happens going forward, what they do with Finn Balor. But he gets the victory over Timothy Thatcher. Next, we had the ladder match for the North American title, which we had five competitors. We had Damien Priest, we had Johnny Gargano, we had Bronson Reed, we had Velveteen Dream, and we had Cameron Grimes. This I'd have to say was my favorite match of the night. There were a lot there were a lot of spots in this match. It was a very spot crazy match, but it was entertaining. I will say that it was entertaining, and it was my favorite match of the night. Um, Ultimately, Damien Priest ended up becoming new North American champion, and I must say, I was happy that somebody that hasn't won the title yet won, because I felt like there was a few times it really looked like Velveteen Dream or Johnny Gargano was going to win, especially with Candice LeRae interfering, and with Dream, reestablishing himself as a heel. But yeah, Damian Priest got the nod, and he's pretty much been built up quite a bit ever since his takeover match with Finn Balor. So it'll really be interesting to see what kind of title run Damian Priest has, and of course he celebrated with some ladies in the jacuzzi. So thought that was yeah, with how they're doing that gimmick. But yeah, I mean, I was cool. I was cool with Damian Priest winning. But yeah, overall, a lot of crazy spots. But I have to say, it was my favorite match of the night. Definitely my favorite match. Um, but yeah, Damian Priest is your new North American champion. Next, this is where things really, really started to go downhill. Next up, we had Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee. Um, okay, I'll say this. Well, I admit I did not have a lot of high hopes for this match. I really wasn't that interested in this match, considering, I mean, it's Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee, a punter. So already, I wasn't really feeling the idea of this match. But after seeing this match, I will admit, Pat McAfee had some bright spots. Showed off some of his ability. Did a pretty cool somersault plancha from the turnbuckle. Had a decent drop kick. Um, Showed off his leaping ability. Leaping from the ring to the top turnbuckle in one big leap. That was pretty impressive. He had some bright spots. And ultimately, Adam Cole did get the victory. But here's the problem: you have Adam Cole, the longest reigning NXT champion in NXT history, longest reigning, and Pat McAfee was able to hang with him throughout this whole match. That's a big issue. I mean, no offense to Pat McAfee, but this was a punter. First match, first wrestling match in NXT, and he was able to hang with the longest reigning NXT champion. Y'all, please tell me y'all see the problem in that. And it kind of made Adam Cole look weak. Especially after having a match against Keith Lee. Like, I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this match should have been an instant squash, but there's no way. Me personally, I feel like there's no way it should have lasted that long. I'm sorry, but you have a punter in his first match against the longest reigning NXT champion, and he hung with him. I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. That made Adam Cole look weak. I'm sorry, but it made him look weak. So I really don't understand the booking of that, and how that went. But like I said, I give Pat McAfee his paid credit. showed off some of his ability, had some bright spots. I'll give him that. And I'm pretty sure this isn't the last time we'll see Pat McAfee. I don't know if he's, signed on, if he's officially a WWE superstar. I don't know. If somebody knows, please let me know. But I'm pretty sure this won't be the last time we see him in a WWE ring. But the way that the match went, I mean, I know Adam Cole still got the victory, but there's no way he should have been able to hang with Adam Cole like that. That made no sense to me. Made no sense to me. Next, we had the NXT Women's Championship match. The champion, Io Shirai, defending against Dakota Kai, who had Raquel Gonzalez in her corner. This was probably the match I was the most excited about, but this match too also went really, really sour with how the outcome was. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of y'all know I do love both of these ladies. I think Dakota Kai's heel work has been great. Of course, I'm a big mark for her. I'm a big mark for Io Shirai. But at the same time, with how this match went, this made Io Shirai look super, super strong and made Dakota Kai incredibly weak. And what I mean by that is you had Dakota Kai hit her finisher, Io kicked out. Had Raquel Gonzalez come in, hit her finisher, Io kicked out. For how well of a heel that they've built up Dakota Kai, this incredibly hurts her stock. And honestly, I mean, me personally, I didn't think she ever needed Raquel Gonzalez in the first place. But, I mean, it is what it is. But I feel like this loss and how Dakota Kai lost, this really, really hurts her stock. Considering she pulled off all the stops and Io still kicked out. It's not like Io had any backup or anything like that. So, I mean, nothing, no offense against Io Shirai. I love Io Shirai, but this match ultimately really made Dakota Kai incredibly weak. And she was really the other hot heel star, because you have Candice LeRae, who's the other main heel, and it looks like they're building up, they're starting to build more up for Mercedes Martinez, but Dakota Kai was the other female heel that they really were building up on NXT, and just with how she lost this match, really, really hurts Dakota Kai's stock. And I don't know how they're gonna have her bounce back from this, but yeah, just I understand Io got the victory. I didn't expect Dakota Kai to win, but with the way it went down, it just made Io look extremely strong and Dakota extremely weak. So, and then we had the main event, the NXT Championship match. Keith Lee, the champion, defended against Karrion Kross, who was accompanied by Scarlett. This match was very underwhelming. For how Keith Lee fought, to originally put himself in the position to become double champion in the first place, and with how big he fought when he dethroned Adam Cole to become a double champion, they really pretty much just kind of destroyed that with this match, especially with how things started off with Karrion Kross pretty much getting like wailed on by Keith Lee, especially considering Karrion Kross on the build up to this match went up against a handful of jobbers before going up against Bronson Reed and Donovan Dijakovic or Dominic Dijakovic. Sorry, I had his ROH name in my mind for a second. But it really just was a very underwhelming match. And then, of course, the outcome, you know, Karrion Kross nailed an avalanche Doomsday Saito suplex for the victory, despite Keith Lee kicking out of the or breaking out of the cross jacket. He got to the rope, but Keith Lee only had a 50+ day. I think it was. I think somebody said 52 or 56 day NXT Championship title reign, and then loses in the first defense. So that only would mean a few things to me. One, him becoming double champion, all that was just a history making moment. And this is clear evidence that that's all that was just a history making moment. And especially considering not only that, but that was also dedicated to his trainer that had passed away. Two, Keith Lee's about to get the main roster call up. Plain and simple as that. He's about to get the main roster call up. But here's the catch, though. Apparently, it's been reported that Karrion Kross suffered a separated shoulder in that match. So he's supposed to be getting an MRI to see the severity of it, but separated shoulder usually takes some time to recover from. So, this looks very similar to Finn Balor winning the Universal title all over again. So, honestly, we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens post takeover as, they start doing the Wednesday NXT tapings, because this will be interesting to see what they do. But like I said, I feel like this may be the prelude to a Keith Lee main roster call up, which I know the whole ideas of him going up against Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar and probably many others is nice, but I just don't like the idea right now of him coming up to the main roster. I mean, he didn't even have the NXT Championship run. I mean, barely had a North American title run, which he ended up relinquishing. So, I mean, just it's not good. It's not good. Karrion Kross takes on a handful of jobbers, maybe one or two notable names, and then dethrones Keith Lee just like that. Not really feeling that. But like I said, he suffered an injury, so it'll be interesting to see if he's able to, keep the title or if he has to relinquish it, pull a Finn Balor. So we'll see. But overall, for this being the 30th NXT Takeover ever, really wasn't that good. It really wasn't that good. And I just feel like we're now really starting to see NXT on a decline. I mean, some may say, it's been like that even before this, but I think it's apparent now. And maybe I'm late to the party, but I just really feel like NXT is on a decline. And it sucks because this was bound to happen. Let's just keep it real. It was bound to happen, but it just really feels like NXT is on a decline. So, that's pretty much all I have for this. I do plan on doing a SummerSlam review as well. So keep a lookout for that. But to be honest, I'm not really expecting a great SummerSlam because the card really doesn't look that entertaining. The card's very lackluster as well. So, but we'll see. We'll see. You never know. We'll see. But it is WWE, Sony. But anyway, let me know what y'all's thoughts, comments. What did y'all think of NXT Takeover 30? Did y'all like it? Did y'all hate it? Were y'all mixed feelings? Let me know what y'all think. And thank you so much for watching. This is Blitzball Champ signing off for now. Everybody have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.